tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Whoa, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Friday. And it's really a happy Friday. I'm actually in Miami getting ready for the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. Shout out to Chef JJ for the cookout. We have that going on tomorrow. I'll also be moderating the FoodieCon panel while I'm out here. And just excited to be in some better weather. That's all I have to say about that. But we do have some special guests joining us today. Josh Pelle is going to be joining us, and he's going to teach you guys magic for real. And I mean literally teach you some magic. All right, he's a magician, but also a mentalist. So you guys will definitely enjoy that. I learned that I can now call myself a magician because now I know how to do some magic tricks. But let's get the show started. Some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you would like to shine a light on. Let's spread some love. It's Way Up.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And since I'm in Miami, I want to shine a light on Chef JJ. Now, he is the person that is doing the cookout, and he actually has me co-host with him. And it's been an ongoing thing. I did the one in New York now. I did South Beach. This is, a couple of years I've been doing this, but he's also the 2019 recipient of a James Beard Foundation Book Award for his book Between Harlem and Heaven. He's also the founder of Field Trip, which is an amazing restaurant. And yeah, he also has his show, Just Eats with Chef JJ. I've been on that show as well. But shout out to him. He went to the Culinary Institute of America. He studied West African cuisine in Ghana. Then he came back to New York City. I've actually met him at one of the restaurants where he was the head chef. So I just love to see people's progress and what they have going on and them expanding outside of being a chef, but also creating and cultivating experiences. So thank you, Chef JJ, for always having me and for being an amazing person. Now, Carter, who do you want to shine a light on?
The Ruth Ladybug Johnson Memorial Foundation.
All right, tell me what it is.
It's a memorial foundation we started after my mom passed away. Mm-hmm. And what we do is give out backpacks during school. We have a Thanksgiving. We do lunch in the community, and we just try to be out in the community in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Ooh, what a beautiful thing to do in honor of your mom. That is nice. Her name could live on for everybody.
Thank you so much.
And where can people find out more information about this, too, if they want to participate, donate?
Our website is rljmf.org.
I see it, the Ruth Ladybug Johnson Memorial Foundation. Well, that is amazing. She looks beautiful, too.
Thank you so much, Angela.
All right. Thank you for calling. That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could leave a message and shine a light during last word. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie and ASAP Rocky. When I tell you the blessings are piling up, he's got new jobs, new movies. We'll give you some details. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yeetie. Now, ASAP Rocky, not guilty, and not only is he not guilty, but it seems like he has a whole lot of things up his sleeve. One of them is that he is now appointed as the first ever creative director of Ray-Ban. So, yes, congratulations to him. He definitely wears Ray-Ban all the time. They said his first order of business is going to be a redesign of the core lineup of frames with a brand new lens type. The release is called the Blacked Out Collection, and it's going to feature gold-plated details, brand new ultra-black lenses. The first release of the collection is going to be coming out in April. Now, that's a nice, solid brand for him to be working with. In addition to that, Spike Lee, he's going to be starring in the movie Highest to Lowest, and Spike Lee shared the first look at that movie with A$AP Rocky, ironically in a prison jumpsuit. So there's not a lot of details about what's going to be happening in this movie, but it is a reinterpretation of High and Low. Denzel Washington's in it, Ice Spice is in it, Jeffrey Wright is in it, so get ready for all of that. And everybody's waiting for the project Don't Be Dumb that he's been teasing. It's going to be A$AP Rocky and A$AP Nas, and here is a little snippet that he posted. It's not great quality, but this is what he posted.
Yo, this guy's all like better than lights. Me and these rappers, we nothing alike. Young
All right. Dan, can you hear me?
I'm here.
My producer.
I'm here.
What did you think?
I would love to hear it in better quality.
All right, well, look, it's a tease. The other thing that A$AP Rocky is doing is he's moved a step closer to buying into a UK soccer club after being found not guilty. They said he's set to buy 80% of the Birkenhead-based club for just over $16 million. He's has plans to attend the games, and they're saying they hope that will help increase visibility and revenue. So that deal is moving forward, according to The Independent. They expect that to be completed by the start of the next season later this year. He's got a lot of things going on, and I'm so sure that he was just waiting to see what was going to happen with all of this. So it looks like everything, all the blessings are flooding in for him right now. All right, Clarissa Shields, I saw when this happened, she's been suspended from fighting in Michigan after testing positive for marijuana following her victory in Flint earlier this month. Now, she said on social media yesterday that she's never smoked, which I believe. She said it's a temporary suspension till I go to trial for this very petite amount. I've never smoked weed and still the undisputed women's heavyweight champion. That's crazy. Like, does anybody else think that's crazy? Because marijuana is legal. It's not like it's something that's going to help you win a fight. And she said this isn't breaking and it's not a thinking face. It was marijuana, no PEDs. Also, it's a temporary suspension till I go to trial. So I believe that she's never smoked weed. And I will say one thing about Clarissa Shields, no matter what, she takes what she does very seriously. So I can't see her jeopardizing that. And she said, on my soul, can't nobody tarnish my image. It's a temporary suspension. I'm not suspended from boxing. I'm not stripped of my titles. I am just waiting. Also, I can't defend a lie. Do your research. She also said she hasn't been around people smoking weed as well, because it could be like people were suggesting maybe a contact high, but she's not even put herself in those positions. All right, well, that is your Yee. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. Y'all know I'm in Miami, so we're going to talk about what we have going on out here. It's Way Up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm out here in South Beach, Miami. Well, not right now. I'm in Pembroke Pines, but I want to talk about what I did last night. Now, I'm out here for the South Beach Wine and Food Festival, and whenever I can, when I have work to do, I like to get someplace early just in case. There's been a lot of issues with flights, and I'm not going to lie, flying is a little bit scary at this point in time. My flight was definitely delayed yesterday getting in here. But what I did last night was I went out to eat at Carbone. Dan, you're a foodie, kind of, right?
Yup.
Do you eat at Carbone ever?
I've been once. It's delicious. It's hard to get a table.
Yeah, so the one here is
the average person.
Yeah, the one here is beautiful. It's amazing. It probably is the nicest looking Carbone that I've been to. And I thought about what Mario Carbone said when he came on Way Up with Angela Yee. He was talking about how people go out to eat, they make reservations. Like you said, it's not easy to get a reservation. He doesn't understand when people don't dress nicely to go out to dinner. Is that something that you do?
I tried. I mean, I'm not going to go up in like a sweatsuit, but I also can't stand when places will deny you if you're wearing sneakers or you don't have like a sport jacket or a collar. I think that's dated.
Oh, sport jacket and collar. No, I can't even imagine that.
A lot of places still do that.
Wow. Well, yeah, so I will say, I thought about that when I was there, just because I know he was saying, like, you're paying all this money, you're going out to eat, don't come dressed, like you said, in sweats and things like that. And so I will say I was observing everybody that was in there, and I actually made sure just from that conversation that I was like, okay, let me at least look a little nicer, because I am definitely that go out to eat in sweats type of person.
Yes, you are.
You know, I just flew in, and I don't necessarily always go to like fancy restaurants like that. You know, it's not really, but it was nice. And the other thing I noticed when I was there was one person that came in, and she actually sat down and had dinner by herself. And I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
I love that.
You do that?
I have before. Tables at restaurants that are really hard to get a table. If you go for one, they'll seat you.
Well, but you know, it's a table for two anyway.
Right, but I don't know. I don't know if they feel bad for you, but whatever it is. If you go up for one as a walk-in, there's a good chance you'll sit.
Okay. And the last thing I want to say that happened at Carbone, this was nice. While we were waiting for our table to get ready, we sat at the bar, and two people on one side of us got up, and so the other people on the other side of us said, can y'all move down 2 seats? And then they bought us our drink, and we'll buy you a drink. I was like, no problem. You need me to... And then it also made me say I should have ordered something more expensive. But anyway, that was my night last night. Those are all the things that happened. But shout out to, everybody at Carbone. We had a great meal. It was good. I slept so good after that. Now, you know what's coming next, right? 800-292-5150. It's time for Tell Us a Secret. Remember, this is a no judgment zone. Y'all was so mad, and I did find out a lot of things about the last Tell Us a Secret about nursing and if you're not a registered nurse and whatever. But anyway, you can look at that on the Way Up With Ye page. But right now, you can tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. Any secret that you have, it's a no judgment zone. You are anonymous, but you may go viral. 800-292-5150. Call us up and tell us a secret.
Way up. Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up at Angela Yee, and happy Friday. And Friday also means... Tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. You know the deal. It is a no judgment zone, and you get to stay anonymous. What's up, anonymous caller? Tell us a secret.
I need you to take my baby father off my hands because he is living rent-free right now, and I cannot do it anymore.
Wait, so talk to me. So you're not with him?
No, we're together, but I don't want to be anymore. That's me being mom, my instincts kick in, so the lights got to be paid either way. My kids can't stay in the dark. They got to eat. You know what I mean?
You don't have no
So
job or nothing?
Paid for. Nothing. This has been going on for 3 years now.
What? How are you going to get them out?
I don't know. Matter of fact, you want to give me advice, too, while we're on the line? What do you think I should do? How do I even go about this?
Did you tell him you want him to leave?
Yes. Too many conversations.
Is he on the lease or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. When is it time to renew?
April, girl. I'm counting my mother days.
Well, you know what to do in April. If he ain't got that money, he's got to get off that lease. He's got to go.
Right.
What does his family say about that? That's crazy.
Honestly, I feel like they're like antagonizers at this point because they kind of live the same, like just coasting.
And imagine how the kids are looking at this now. They looking at their daddy not doing nothing, being a bum. Yeah, he need a wake-up call, girl. You know what to do in April.
Right. Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling and telling that secret to us.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. What's up, anonymous caller? How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. You want to tell us a secret? No judgment?
Oh, yeah. Please don't judge me. I make more money than what my wife thinks I make. I put the money in another account that she don't know nothing about.
Now, why? I'm just curious why.
Because I feel like, you need a backup plan for, you never know how things are going to turn out. You just got to make sure that, you protect yourself at the same time. And plus, we got kids, so, God forbid something go wrong, such as a divorce,
Are you planning that? You think that there's a reason it's not going to work?
I'm not planning it.
I will say a lot of us have like financial trauma from things that we've experienced and seen and how we've been raised and like you. And
I definitely have financial trauma.
And if you say it's about the kids too, there's ways you can also start accounts for your kids that they can't access right now that only they will be able to access later.
I have those. I have each of them.
Okay, so you're getting it all set up. What do you think she would do if she found out? I'm just curious.
A lot of questions. A lot of why didn't we get this and why you say we didn't have this and
So you feel kind of bad.
I don't feel bad, no, because if I don't do it, who else is going to do it?
And then what are you going to do with this money at some point? Just have it, or like what's the plan?
I'll be eventually investing in some real estate.
And just have it in your name only?
I put it in the kid's name.
Personally, I'm not mad, but I know when it comes to finances and relationships, not being honest could be an issue. But listen, as long as you're holding everything else down and you got that going on, I can't judge you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can always leave a message and ask a question that way. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And this doesn't look like good news for Diddy, but one of his attorneys have said that I don't want to do this anymore. We'll give you those details. It's Way Up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yeetie.
Come and get the tea.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for that Yee Tea. All right, Diddy, more drama. You know, May is when he's going to have his federal trial, and one of his attorneys is leaving the case. Anthony Rico filed a motion this morning in the Southern District of New York Federal Court. He wants to withdraw his counsel. In the documents, it says, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice. He added that there are sufficient reasons for the brevity of his request, and he has discussed the action with Diddy's lead counsel, confirming there won't be any lapse in representation. Now, TMZ did speak to Diddy's people, and according to his sources, they're saying that it's not a crisis. There's no panic. There's nothing to read between the lines here, and that the rules of professional conduct require him to say things that might sound dramatic and unlike the way that people normally speak. Dan, what do you think? Is this a red flag?
I would say so, yes.
All right.
Do
Now,
you not
young,
agree?
I definitely thought so, and especially the way this is being presented.
Yeah.
But so I don't know what his reason is, and I'm sure at some point it's gonna come up. But again, that trial starts in May. All right, Young Thug is trying to get back the things that were seized during that YSL raid. He actually was supposed to be in court this morning after the longest criminal trial in state history. He's out of prison and on probation. They're trying to get back $150,000 in cash, expensive jewelry, his cars, like a 2022 Chevrolet Corvette, a 2022 Porsche, a 2021 Benz, 2 Mercedes-Benz GTs, a Maybach, all these things that he hasn't been able to get back. They were supposed to have a motions hearing this morning. The judge informed the media right before 9 a.m. that it had been canceled. So not sure when that's going to be actually rescheduled. But he was also, trying to see what can happen. I would want my stuff back too. I don't know what normally happens in a situation like this, but I would think you come home, let me get my cars back, let me get my $150,000 back. All right, now Reason was recently on with Bootleg Kev, and he was talking about getting dropped from TDE, and he purposely, he says, wanted to get dropped. And his whole strategy during the beef between Kendrick and Drake was him actually praising Drake. Here's what he said.
When the Dot and Drake beef started, I felt like Top and them were kind of like dragging their feet a little bit. I don't think purposely, I just think they had a lot of going on. And I knew that if I kind of like sparked a fire a little bit, that they'd be like, we got to separate from this. So I kind of like started tweeting on the side of Drake purposely because I saw how so there's fans that hate me for that.
Yeah. Is that a good strategy?
It worked, so I guess so, yes.
A good I do think maybe he would have gotten dropped anyway, right? And I don't know about doing that because it did make, like he said, people hated him.
He definitely burned a bridge.
Yeah, definitely burned a bridge. But not even just with that, but also with fans that are like, dude, like, what was that about? But he said that was his strategy. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. If you're waiting for your tax return, if you're filing, you may have to wait even longer than you think. All right, it's Way Up.
I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for those under the radar stories. Now, the IRS started laying off more than 6,000 new and newly promoted employees across the country yesterday. That's part of Donald Trump's campaign to shrink the federal workforce, and that could definitely affect the current tax filing season. Layoffs could continue into today at some IRS offices around the country if weather conditions prevent managers and employees from getting to work. Millions of Americans are filing their returns and hoping to get their refunds back as soon as possible. But we don't know what's going to end up happening with all of these layoffs. Also impacted are members of the appeals team. They help resolve disputes without litigation with taxpayers. And ahead of the layoffs, they've also gone through an initial list of approximately 15,000 probationary employees to try to ensure that no one being laid off this week plays a direct role in filing season. But there's a lot of concerns about this as well. Now, I have another story that is extremely sad, but important. A young girl is her death by suicide is being investigated by school police. This is in Gainesville, Texas. 11-year-old Jocelyn Rojo Carranza died on February 8th. And apparently she was being bullied at school because other students were insulting her, saying that her family was in the U.S. illegally. She was taunted at school over her family's immigration status. They were going to call immigration, they said, so they could take her parents away and she would be left alone. According to her mom, she has spoken to investigators about what led to the death, but there's nothing concrete yet. She didn't even know that her daughter was being bullied. She said, I never knew anything about that. My daughter never showed changes. She said her daughter's school was aware of the bullying, but did not tell her, and she only learned her daughter had been receiving counseling at school when investigators told her, and CNN did reach out to the school for comment. But really sad situation. Imagine 11 years old, you're being bullied so badly that allegedly something like this could happen. They are still investigating. They were trying to revive her. She had been without life for a long time, but hundreds of friends and family members did go to St. Mary Catholic Church to attend her funeral on Wednesday. Just a really sad situation. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar stories. Now, we do still have Ask Ye on the way. Plus, we'll be talking to Josh Pelle. He is a magician, but also a mentalist. Definitely going to be interesting conversations for you guys to hear. And I know over the radio, you might feel like, oh, it's hard, it's difficult to do magic. He's also a friend of our producer, Dan, right, Dan?
That's a fact. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, I met him through you. You had him doing magic. But that is your Under the Radar. We'll be back. It's Way Up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is a Friday. I'm in South Beach, Miami, getting ready for the Wine and Food Festival. Let's get into this Yee T. So on some unfortunate news today, Voletta Wallace, that's Biggie's mom, has passed away, according to TMZ. She did actually pass this morning in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. They said she was in hospice care and the cause of death is natural causes. By the way, according to this report, his estate was, Biggie's estate was worth about $10 million when he died. And Voletta Wallace was running that estate, and it has now an estimated value of $160 million. So again, she was only 72 years old. Rest in peace to Voletta Wallace. Our condolences to the family, Tiana Wallace, Biggie's daughter, just everybody, just really tragic, but natural causes at the age of 72. All right, now Young Jock had to go to work and talk about a tragedy that happened with him. He revealed that the 3 children who tragically died at a fire at Country Oaks Apartments in Atlanta were actually his brother's children, only 4 years old, 2 years old, and a 9-month-old. Here's what he had to say.
The apartment fire in Atlanta 2 days ago. I don't think people knew that was my brother's family, their kids. And I just have to say it because I want people to know that I intentionally did not want to speak out on it because I did not want to overshadow this story. But the reality of it is I'm human, we're human, and I'm hurt.
Oh my gosh. Listen, all of this tragedy, my condolences and to his brother, to his family, to everybody who is suffering from that incredible loss. Those poor babies. All right, and T-Pain has sold his publishing catalog and select masters to Harborview. He said, I'm excited for this next chapter and to partner with Harborview Equity as they help preserve the legacy of my music. This catalog represents years of hard work, creativity, and unforgettable moments, and I'm grateful to see it continue to reach new heights. He sold over 50 million singles in his career, accumulated billions of streams, and he has over 10 Billboard Hot 100 charting singles. All right. Now, this was a really weird story, but DJ Khaled and Tekashi 6ix9ine, they both are some of the latest celebrities to get a black coffin at their homes. DJ Khaled's coffin was dropped off at his Miami residence last Saturday. 2 people pulled up in a truck to the security guard. They claimed to be from a delivery company, and after they were given permission, they deposited the coffin at outside his gate, and across the coffin it said R.I.P. OVO and R.I.P. Drake in white letters, along with an upside down cross. And then the people delivering got out to get on their knees and pray in front of the coffin before they jumped back in their truck and drove off. Tekashi also got one of these. He also lives in Florida. He got a similar casket outside of his residence, and there was white lettering written on it. It said R.I.P. King Von. And, Tekashi did have a long-standing beef with King Von. Not sure what's going on here. They did reach out to DJ Khaled. He did not make a comment right now at this time. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, it is a New Music Friday. You know, Friday is a day that new music comes out. We're going to tell you what you should be listening for, and we'll even give you guys some snippets. It's way up.
Relationship or career advice. Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. That's where I give you guys your advice. All right, definitely want to help you out the best way that I can. And today we have Robbie on the line. What's up, Robbie?
Hi.
Hi, what's good? What's your question for Ask Yee?
So recently my man broke up with me on Valentine's Day, so I'm looking for tips to get a new man.
Why did he break up with you on Valentine's Day?
I don't know. We've been dating for like a month. So like we hooked up on Grindr, everything. We went to the movies, everything seemed perfect. And then on Valentine's Day, he texted me that he was saved by the blood of Jesus Christ. He's not gay anymore, and that I don't want to be with you anymore. You need to find God.
So you only dated him for a month, though?
Yeah.
That wasn't really your boyfriend yet. That was somebody you met and y'all was kind of still hooking up. Because a month is not like, that's my man.
Is it? I don't know.
Well, listen, you don't even know him well enough to know what was going on in his life. But now you want a new man?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to just date? Like, why does it have to be your man? Why can't you just, meet new friends until you find somebody that you really lock in with?
I don't know. I've always felt like that I'll meet people, but I'll never find true love. So I'm really just looking for somebody. You know what I mean?
I think you will find true love, but you cannot put that pressure on yourself for feeling like anybody that you date has to be the one. It takes a little time and you have to be patient. How old are you, Robbie?
I'm 18.
Oh my gosh, you're only 18 years old. You have all the time in the world to enjoy yourself and have some fun and make friends. Remember, the person that you're going to be with is also the person who's going to be your best friend, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. 100%.
And you're not going to say that somebody's your best friend when you just meet them a month later. It takes a little time to build up to that. So you have to look at dating as like, I'm looking for my best friend, somebody that I can trust. And you don't even know if you could trust somebody after a month. In the meantime, just enjoy yourself. Go out. Don't feel pressure to do anything that you don't want to do. And don't pressure yourself to feel like time is limited. You have plenty of time, and you're going to end up kissing a lot of frogs before you find your prince.
Aw, thank you.
Is Grindr a good place to find somebody to, like, be serious with, or is it really just kind of a hookup site, too?
It's a hookup site, but kind of where I live in New York, no one is gay. So Grindr's like the only place to find gay people.
Okay, I just think there are a lot of events and things like that. Maybe you need to be out mingling, too. Because there's definitely events that specifically, like, it's going to be a gay crowd in there, so it's going to be people that, you have the opportunity to, that are out. Because you also don't want somebody that's closeted. And it feels like the guy you linked up with, he wasn't quite sure what it is that he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I have no problem with being intentional on what it is that I want. You want a man, but I also think that you got to make sure you're with somebody that is not going to be like, oh, I can't let anybody know about us. Oh, you got to repent. You got to do this. You want somebody that's comfortable with who they are.
That's true.
All right. Well, Robbie, good luck. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right. Well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. In case you couldn't get through, you can leave a message and we'll answer your question that way as well. And when we come back, we have Josh Pelle joining us. He's a mentalist. He's a magician. A lot of this is going to be visual, but we did do some things specifically so you can follow along as you're listening. So make sure you guys also check it out on the Way Up with Yee page. But Josh Pelle, when we come back, it's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah. You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angela's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Josh Pelle is here. Josh Pelle Magic is here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I have seen you all over the place. And just for people who are listening, like we've seen you just recently, Jaden Smith. You did his party. You've done magic for 50 Cent, which you can't mess that up. J Balvin, Mike Tyson, can't mess that up either. French Montana, Tiffany Haddish, Maya, just all of our favorite celebrities. So kudos to you for everything that you've been doing.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, they're no Angela Yee, but they're up there. Maybe they'll get there. The credentials are coming. It's just awesome to be able to do what I do, perform, make moments for people.
And you're also a mentalist. So can you explain for people listening, you're not just a magician, you're a mentalist. What is a mentalist?
Mentalism, the easiest way to explain it would be the magic of the mind. So it's a type of magic, but it's more heavily on less necessarily skill-based sleight hand, which it does include, but now I'm also adding in a lot of body language, psychology, right? Trying to get you to think one way or another, or trying to see how you're thinking and incorporating all of those features. So cognitive psychology, human behavior, different biases that there are, and just a little of everything there. So it's very more psychological based. It's a lot harder. When something is psychological, you don't have a guarantee that it'll work.
Right.
Versus with some magic tricks, it's kind of, if you do the move,
it's visual.
It'll work.
Right now, I'm talking to magician and mentalist Josh Pelle. I know people probably ask you this all the time, but like, what are some memorable experiences that you had? Because you've done a lot of private events.
Some moments that stick out to me. Jaden Smith, the first time I did it, 2 birthdays of his. Performing for you stood out, which was fun.
Oh, come on.
Well, it did because of the timing. Because randomly I had done Mano before, and when I saw you guys talk about me the next week, that was just a cool thing to like just randomly wake up to. Like a lot of my friends love you, and I had people like from high school. Like I haven't talked to them in years, 'cause I haven't really seen them in high school, and they're like, Angela Yee saying that's insane, and I'm getting texts from like high school people because Angela Yee like my magic, and I was like, that's just a cool thing. Like I haven't had anyone.
I'm happy to hear that.
Well, I didn't have anyone. I don't think I've had anyone from high school text me about any of the other names like that, so that's a unique one.
It's just a random, like, we're talking about
Yeah,
it.
Another one would be Saquon Barkley. He's huge right now. I have a video of him saying Josh is the best magician there is, and that's right after I did a trick for him and his mother.
That's why them other magicians don't like you.
I don't know if they've seen that clip yet, but that one was good because it was a great trick. It's one of my best ones. I think it gets a really powerful impact, and I did it for his mother, and he literally stood up and ran away. He left. He walked away, and then he came back.
Yes, guys, Josh Pelle, magician and mentalist, is here. If you don't know what a mentalist is, when we come back, you're going to find out, because he's actually going to do some mental effery to me. All right, so you get to see what that's all about. It's Way Up.
We about to do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I am talking to magician and mentalist. And maybe you can do this too, maybe not. But here's Josh Pelle. I know we're on the radio, so we want to make sure that there's some things we can do that are visual, but I want to do something also that people listening can follow along with.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get into a little mind reading mentalism.
Okay.
And the way,
I don't like this.
Not many people do, but I do have
it's like what women want.
an envelope that I brought today, and for the people that can't see, I'm going to literally dictate. It's a white envelope that says gift, and this is literally a gift for you. And sometimes when we're doing mind reading, we want to set that tone. We want to set that imagery up. So everything I'm going to be saying out loud, people can at least picture it at home. They don't need to necessarily be in the room with us. So I want you to imagine you're going to go to a daily test, like a grocery store. Can you imagine yourself driving to that grocery store?
Okay.
You park your car, you go into that grocery store, and you're shopping around, and you're buying maybe food that you like, maybe things that you have on your list, maybe things you want to try, something new, and then you're going to go to the candy section. And you don't feel like cookies or chocolate. You want like some kind of candy. And
Fruity.
And I want you to visualize as you're looking at that aisle buying an item. Can you see that aisle?
Okay.
Gotcha. And you remember that item. Okay, and you're going to pick it up, and you're going to buy it. Okay, now what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you close your eyes for a moment, because I want you to visualize it. So I'm going to take out the gift so she doesn't see, and you picked up that item. On the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes and say that item that you bought, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Nerds Gummy. To everyone back home, I have these M&Ms. Now, these M&Ms are for you in a moment. Now, do you remember your other gift?
Oh, yep. I remember the number I picked.
You have a gift.
Yes.
Yes, there's one more gift for the audience back home. Angela picked another gift to add on to the gummy clusters. And what was the gift?
I think it was Swedish fish.
Could you cup your hands for me? Do you like M&Ms, though?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rip the M&Ms, and I'm going to pour in the Swedish fish that are in the M&Ms. For those back home, we had Swedish fish in the M&Ms.
Can I eat these?
Yes.
No. It's a M&M's package, but when he opened it, all the Swedish fish poured out. And before we started, you asked me to choose a number.
Yeah, choose a random list of sweets.
A random number, and the number I chose was 63, and that was a completely random number, and it says Swedish fish next to that number. And here they are. They're fresh too, and nice and chewy. They're not the stale tasting ones.
They're only
that
the best
was amazing. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie, because I was like, it's not looking good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And how can people follow you?
You can find me. I'm Josh Pele Magic. Josh Pele Magic. You can find my website, joshpelemagic.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, Josh Pele Magic.
Thank you so much for having me.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, and you should. Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and happy Friday. I hope y'all are going to have a great weekend ahead of you. Again, always be safe, be careful. I'm out here in South Beach, Miami, so if you're out here, come holla at us. It is the Sobe Wine and Food Festival, so we got to host the cookout while I'm out here. I'm also moderating a panel for FoodieCon. And again, thank you to Josh Pelle, the magician and mentalist who joined the show. You will love to see that footage on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. Y'all also know what else is happening out here. Floyd Mayweather has his big birthday weekend going down out here. So I saw they were talking about how Lil Meech linked up with Rick Ross, and 50 Cent is responding to that and all of the things. But it's lit out here in Miami. That's all I got to say. And of course, this is your show, so you have the last word.
I slept with my boss man's wife and got her pregnant. He found out, she told him, but that was after she done had the abortion and everything. But I mean, I don't work with him no more.
Hey, Yee, how you doing? Hey, calling out the New Orleans N-O-N-O just to say hello. We listen to you every day, and we love you. Shout out from New Orleans, right? It's the X-Man. Yes, ma'am.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.